Hi, welcome to Beyond Focus TV. My name is Farah Lewis. I'm your host for the evening, and we have a phenomenal influencer in the fashion industry and philanthropy world by the name of Ciano Clerjuste. We'll be back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with Ciano. Hi, I'm your host Farah Lewis for Beyond Focus TV, and we are back with Ciano Clerjuste for United Colors of Fashion. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. We are so happy to have you today. You are a phenomenal influencer in fashion.
Thank you.
In the philanthropy world. So you grew up in Gonaives, Haiti, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us more about your background.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. It's a delight to be here. And to all of you watching at home, shalom unto you all. My name is Ciano Clerjuste. I am the president of United Colors of Fashion. I grew up in Gonaives, Haiti. And how did I get into this industry? I started dancing at age 12. So I've always been in Haiti. I started dancing at a very young age. I've always been into the arts and fashion. I had aunts where they were sewing, and I pretty much picked up everything just from watching them. And pretty much I'm a self-taught, I'll say I wouldn't call myself a designer, but I've learned everything that I know in the fashion industry from watching other people. So and then when I came here at age 17, I moved to New Jersey with my family. And after high school, my goal was to go to FIT to major in fashion. And then something happened to my mom when my mom was hit by a car, and my dad shortly after died. I was accepted to FIT and I couldn't go. I was able to sew, draw, and do everything. So I was ready and I had all the tools necessary to get into fashion school, but because of what happened to my family, then I couldn't go. So I had to change all of my plans. I ended up going to school and I got my degree in business management and finance. I went to Bloomfield College in New Jersey. Yes, in New Jersey.
What did you study there?
Business administration and management with a pretty much concentration in finance. But on the side, I still continue to take classes in design, classes in the arts, because that was pretty much what I wanted to go into. I only went into business just to be able to make money and support my family.
So you were trained at Alvin Ailey and a couple of other places.
Correct.
About that experience.
Pretty much I've been trained with Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. I've also been trained with New York City Conservatory of Dance, as well as New York School of the Arts as well too. So I've received extensive training in ballet, modern dance, and also in fashion design.
So when did that change? You started out doing dance at the age of 12, and then you landed into fashion. When did you make that transition?
Well, pretty much through the whole process. For example, even when I was performing, like when I was doing off-Broadway plays like South Pacific, I've always known that the fashion industry was an industry I wanted to get into. Like, while all the dancers were getting ready, they would go and do their makeup, I was always with the wardrobe team, helping them with everything backstage, with the costumes, from like making last-minute final changes, and if sewing was needed, I would be the one back there to help them. So I knew I had the talents, and this was the industry I wanted to get into.
So when there were mishaps with costumes, something ripped, you were back there
sewing everything at the last minute. And sometimes on the performers, if something ripped, I'll be the one with the needle and I'll be pretty much fixing everything on them. Yeah.
And you did a few shows also, Cinderella, a few others. Name some.
Correct. So pretty much I did South Pacific at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, did a few shows off Broadway, such as The West Side Story, Cinderella, Lulumba, and did a few films as well too. So, and then with all the films I've done, I was always the one helping the wardrobe team backstage, while I was if I was an actor or just a dancer, but it was my passion to go and help with styling or just helping with fixing the costumes.
And how involved was your family with this aspect of your life in regards to the arts and entertainment?
Everyone supported me fully. My mom was a huge supporter, and I will say the reason why I'm still where I am today is because of my mother. She was always there with me. I have a younger sister where whenever I was performing, she will not miss not even one single show. Opening night, my sister was always there, and when I'll get out, she'll be there with flowers. So my family supported me on everything that I was doing.
And that's huge for a Haitian household because that normally doesn't happen. They
Correct.
don't know how to.
Yeah. So for me, it was very difficult at one point because some of my friends, when I said I wanted to go into design, they'll be like, you are a man, first of all. In the Haitian culture, they don't want you to go and major either in dance or design. They either want you to...
Nursing, law.
Correct.
Be a doctor.
Yeah, so it was very tough, but at least I knew that I wanted to go into the arts and fashion. And although I got my degree at first in business so I can make a living, but on the side I was still taking classes in the arts and still taking classes in fashion design. But I knew eventually if I did not focus fully on fashion design, I will still land into the fashion world, but focus more on the business side of fashion. And that's exactly what I do today, and I love what I do because now I understand the industry fully from beginning until the end. While sometimes, yeah, you have people where they are fashion design, but they don't understand the marketing side of it or the business side of it. But while for me, I understand the industry fully on how it works. But I no longer sew, but at least I can give direction where it's needed.
So you're like the go-to person.
Correct.
All right. So we'll be right back and we'll speak to Ciano more about United Colors of Fashion and how that initiative has changed the dynamic in regards to helping with philanthropy and helping young people get to where they need to be. So I'm Farah N with Beyond Focus and we'll be right back.
I am so honored to be a big part of it. I am the casting director. I'm working with 18 agencies in New York City, and they have been amazing. I've cast 46 females and 18 males. I'm so honored that all of these agencies have supported myself as well as United Colors of Fashion to give us these beautiful, beautiful models. It just really warms my heart.
How did you pick the models? What were you looking for?
Well, actually what I did was I got familiar with the designers. We have designers from all over the world coming, 7 designers to be exact. And I looked at their site and I knew I wanted to make it colorful. And that's kind of like my theme as a casting director, to make this a wonderfully diverse, colorful show. And that's what it will be. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited about it. I love this opportunity. It's going to be a great show. I think fashion and being able to give back is really a wonderful marriage, to be able to see how we can help each other. And that's the whole point for United Colors of Fashion, is giving back.
I've been reaching out to everybody, casting directors, and everybody has just been so warmly welcoming us. Like, if we need something, we ask somebody that, okay, sure, I'll be there free of charge. Everybody's coming in together and kind of making this big movement. Growing up, I used to see magazines like Vogue, and I just didn't know how to get in that world. And nobody told me, okay, this is what you need to do. And nobody mentored me. Nobody gave me direction. We want to educate the youth who want to be in the fashion industry. It gives direction to youth but don't have the means or the funds. So we try to get them scholarships to attend accredited universities in the world. Every year we throw our annual gala, but we also have other little events, and we raise money to try to solve the humanitarian problem.
Welcome back. It's Farah here with Beyond Focus TV, and we are here with Ciano Clerjuste from United Colors of Fashion. So you are the founder and chairman of United Colors of Fashion. Can you tell us how you even started this initiative? Because it's phenomenal.
I would love to. It's actually one of my favorite topics to talk about. I just love the project, and I just love it. It's like my firstborn child, and I treat United Colors of Fashion as such. How it all started. Remember I mentioned before how I wanted to go to school and major in fashion because I started sewing at a very young age. And because of what happened to my mother, I had to change my major into business.
Yes.
And then I felt like if I had someone to really mentor me and say, you can make it in the industry, I would have actually gone to FIT and major in fashion, because the industry is all about who you know. So what we do at UCOF is mentor the youth who are interested in fashion, but they don't have the resources to really make it in the industry. Because the fashion industry, it's all about who you know and the connections you have. You may graduate from whether it's FIT or Parsons. After you leave, what's next for you?
Yeah.
For us at UCOF, we really take the time to guide you through the whole process. So if you're a youth, you are in college, or you're in high school, starting from your junior year, and you're planning on going to school and major, whether it's fashion design, fashion merchandising, or marketing, we actually guide you through the whole process. But everything we do at UCOF is hands-on training. So we don't just say to you, okay, you come to this classroom, this is how marketing works in fashion. No, we put you to work. Okay. So if there's someone, pretty much we work with people who are well established in the industry, you're interested in the production side of fashion, we work with one of the best non-producers in fashion, then we will partner you with this person. The fashion designers were well established enough, regardless of where they are based in the world, we bring them to New York, and when we do most of our training, which takes place during the month of October, then they come here and they assist with the hands-on training. So you get the hands-on training from experts in the industry.
So tell us exactly when UCOF started. Where did the inspiration come? I know it came from when you were back in school, but when did it hit you like, I have to start this, and what year was that?
We started UCOF in 2010, and it started, we were at FIT actually at the time. Veronica and I, we were actually doing a show at FIT. Veronica is the other person we started the organization together, so we both had the idea. And while we were doing the show, I was so passionate about this. I've always been interested into doing charity work. And then we were doing a charity fashion show with about 7 designers from different parts of the world, and I was pretty much the one running everything. And she said to me, Ciano, I think you really have a heart for doing charity work, and since you are in the fashion industry, why not we start an organization to really help to solve the humanitarian problem, but yet mentor the youth about the industry, because you can see that there is a need for mentorship, but no one is really taking the time to do this. And I said to her, you know what, I don't want to get into charity work. I can go and volunteer somewhere, I will do it, but it's a lot of work to start a nonprofit.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work and it costs money. And then I said to her, then I will no longer have a life because I'm going to give up on everything else. And then she kept on nagging me. She's like, Ciano, let's do this. Finally, we said, okay, we came down with the plan. First, in New York, you have to find 4 people to start it with you because you need to have a president, VP, secretary, and treasurer to start everything. So we did. When we sent it to the state of New York, they rejected the proposal because they said, no one does what you guys are doing in New York currently. It was interesting, and that's when we found out the work that we do at UCOF is actually the first in the States, not just in New York, in the entire country. No, there is no other nonprofit
that
does what we do with under-resourced youth. No one does that. It was rejected in New York about 3 times. We reapplied again. We had to explain everything. Finally, it got approved. And then now we didn't have funding, so I had to use all of my savings pretty much. And then it's like, for that first year, currently I work for Principal Financial Group as an account executive during the day. So it's my day job. So all of the bonus that I've made, which I've been saving, I had to use them to start the program the first year because no one does this. So people didn't really get it. When you apply for grants, they didn't see how this was going to work. Because it's like now if you go and you say, you know what, I'm going to solve certain other issues. If everyone is doing the same thing, people will get it. But what we're doing with the youth, no one does that. So it was just impossible for people to get it. And in this case, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to let that stop me. We're gonna go forward. And it's like with the rest of the board, we continue on with the program, and now in 2013, this is our 3rd year, and we're moving even stronger, and we're going to more places.
So where are you guys right now with this? So you guys are 3 years old. All right. Where are you guys right now with your organization?
Well, currently, where we are now is training more youth. When we first started, we were mostly focusing on getting youth who are pretty much focusing on fashion design at FIT, and we train them. But now we are focusing more on students either at Parsons and students who are in New Jersey as well too, as long as they have an interest into the fashion industry. And the training we give to them is a 360-degree training. So it's not just like, okay, we're gonna focus only on fashion design, but if you're interested into the PR side of it, we train you on that, the marketing, the fashion design, production. You get to understand everything.
So it's 5 main areas that you guys cover.
Correct.
So do they have to come from a fashion school?
They don't have to, but you must have an interest in the industry because it's a very expensive program to run. So we're not going to waste time into someone where you have no interest into the industry. So first you must have the interest and you must have the talent. We focus more on talent at UCOF.
So tell us about one of the programs. So Sade Solomon is one of the interns from UCOF.
Correct.
So tell us one of the programs that you guys do.
So currently every year we put together a gala, and when we put this gala together, like I said before, we get interns and they come to work on everything. The purpose of the gala is not just to raise funds for UCOF, but the purpose of it is to pretty much provide the training for the youth we're helping. So if you're saying to me, you know what, you're going to teach me about design, you're going to teach me about production, then it's hands-on training, then I have to do something. I must put a production together in order for me to be able to understand how this works. So when we put this gala together, those that are in fashion school, we bring them and you put them into a department based on what they're interested in. And then every year when we work with those students, we pretty much select the ones who are the most talented one, and we continue on and we mentor them for the entire year. So for this year, Shadi was the one selected as the Achiever of the Year for 2013. As part of the prize winner, she was able to design pretty much a one-piece look. Pretty much it was pretty much an entire collection that was designed by different people, and Shadi had to design some of the looks. It was an exhibition at Rockefeller Center for an entire month. So her work was seen by people from all over because it was an installation. After that, we took her to South Africa during Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and she was able to get training from one of the top producers in the world, Jan Malan. She was able to train with David Lally, one of the top designers in South Africa. And
so we're gonna take a quick break, come right back, and we'll let you finish explaining it, and we'll meet Sade. We'll be right back.
To Africa last year, our chairman Ciano Clerjuste did, and before he did, we actually had a little event whereby we asked people to bring their used designer clothes and shoes. And what we did is we shipped them to South Africa. At the Soweto Hospice, they have this thrift shop. They sell the stuff there, and then the money is used for medical bills and all that. So we had New Yorkers, donate clothes and shoes. It was a fun little event. And then Ciano and a few others, went to South Africa and kind of went to the Soweto Hospice and to the staff at the Soweto Hospice and told them how to style the collections and everything else. And so I hope they were able to make money out of those things that we sent there. Ciano just had a great time. If you look at the pictures on our website, the kids loved him. They're so happy to see him. They don't get that much attention from other people, and to be there with him, Ciano spent I think an entire week with them, going back and forth. He did a little party for them. It was just fantastic.
How does it feel to be doing what you're doing too? Wake up in the morning and knowing that you're helping others.
Oh my God, it is the best feeling ever. I've done many jobs. I've worked for a magazine, but this is my best job ever, and I don't get paid anything.
Hi, we're back with Ciano Clerjuste. So you were explaining one of your programs, and you guys went to South Africa. Talk to us more about that.
Well, when we go to South Africa, there are two things that we do. We provide more hands-on training because whoever wins that prize for that year, the person gets to go to South Africa. This year it was Sade. Besides getting training from experts from the industry, we also get to go to Soweto, where we provide clothing, we provide shoes and food to children living with HIV and AIDS. So this is another part of our program. It's called the Charity Care Program under UCOF, where the designers we're training, we want them to learn on how to give back. So we took Sade to Soweto, so she was able to see the kids and exactly what we do for them. All those children we're helping there, they are either affected or infected with HIV. But I would like to pass it on to Sade now, and she can explain exactly what the experience was like for her, being trained by some of the best people in the industry, and as well as being the prize winner, and she can say exactly what she will be doing for the next few months.
Tell us about your experience, because you work with the best people in the industry.
Yeah, I did. And when I was here with David Clare, he's one of the top designers in South Africa, I didn't realize how influential he was until I actually got to South Africa. And we were being stopped by people, and they wanted to take photos of him and get his autograph. And I said, wow, this guy is really well known here. And here I am in South Africa, miles from home, and I get this amazing opportunity to intern with him and to work with him, and he opened his doors. He was so warm and welcoming. His staff was amazing. Anything that I wanted to know about what they were doing, they showed me. I was right at the sewing machines with them. I was at the tables cutting patterns with them. It was just it was a truly blessed experience. They do a lot of couture, so I was able to see a lot of the handwork that really goes into these amazing pieces. John Milan, which is one of the really well-known producers in South Africa, gave me the opportunity to help him set up for two of the shows. It was David Clare's show, and then the shows at Mercedes-Benz, Joburg there, and I was backstage from morning until night, helping him, seeing how everything was set up, setting up the pieces and the backstage, seeing the hair team, makeup team, just whatever I wanted to learn, they tailored it to fit me and my needs. So it was just a truly amazing experience. Even going to Soweto with the kids, I think that was the best part of the trip for me, to see those young kids, and then you really just realize how truly blessed you are with the opportunities and the conveniences that we have here in New York, and to see them and how they live, but to be able to give back to them. And it just brought everything full circle, the meaning of UCOF and Ciano's mission. We were able to discuss his 5-year plan that he has for UCOF, and where youth such as myself fit into that plan, and the opportunity that he wants to provide to up-and-coming emerging designers such as myself. So it was just truly a blessed experience.
How has UCOF changed your life?
It's been amazing, especially Ciano, because he's someone who wants me to be successful and will stop at all costs to ensure that I'm successful. And we have family, we have friends, but to have a stranger come into your life and to just have this desire to really want to help you, and it's genuine, it's a genuine desire to help you, and he pushes me, he encourages me. Like, I finished FIT, and FIT was really intense. That school, really great training, one of the best schools in the country for design. But after school finished, I did not even want to touch a sewing machine. But Ciano presented me the opportunity to not only showcase my work at Rockefeller Center, as he said, but to showcase my work at the gala. And to be honest, if he didn't present the opportunity to me, I probably would have been a little stagnant. I probably would have taken some time off, and he's actually encouraged me, to go back to sketching, to go back to the sewing machine, to go back to SWAT. So now I'm really invested, and I have an opportunity, a platform to, showcase my work, and also an opportunity to brand myself, as a designer and a philanthropist, a humanitarian. So it's been really good.
You got to shape yourself a little bit.
Yeah, and he's really helped with that. This is the most amazing program. I mean, I've had internships before, and granted, they were really good internships, but no one really wants to invest in you unless you're working. And UCOF invests in me, and they have an amazing plan to invest in so many other youth and even designers and even models, because they give them all the platform to showcase their work.
You work with different types of people, designers, models, everyone. So where do you go from here with this?
And then first, Before we even go into that, I want to mention something to you, which is, I think it's vital in the fashion industry. When you have people like Sade and they go and intern at some of the top fashion houses, like the people you find on Faith Avenue, I don't want to mention any names.
Okay.
Those interns, sometimes they send them to go and buy fabric for them. They don't say, why are you buying this fabric? Sometimes they have to go and run errands. Exactly.
Yeah.
They go and pick up coffee, pick up the newspaper for them. But they are there for interning. They want to learn. At UCOF, if you have the talents, we ensure that we train you. And when you leave, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the resources, we're going to make sure we provide you with those resources. What we do for emerging designers is something most of them, they will always remember, because when you leave school, if you want to be a designer, you know, most of them, like Sade just mentioned, you heard from her, they just want, you know what, how am I going to be able to make it in this industry? You have to think about the money to buy fabric. Putting a show together as a newly graduate from school is almost impossible. You have to look for sponsor. You have to think about designing your collection. Look for models. You have to pay for them, which is extremely expensive.
Space.
Yeah, space.
Tickets.
Yeah, sell tickets. And then you have to think about lighting, hair and makeup. That's expensive. UCOF covers everything for you, so they don't pay for anything. We cover everything. We just look for sponsors. We look for people in the industry, and we work with the best, like the top modeling agencies.
There's a standard with this organization.
Yeah, we have a standard. We don't just work with anyone. You must have the reputation in the industry, and you must know what you're doing.
And everybody works for free in UCOF.
Everyone works for free at UCOF, including myself. For the past 3 years, I've been working for UCOF. I donate my time, and I work 30 hours a week. And I love what I do.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Because when I can hear someone like Sade, she's leaving school now, people can come and see her work. All she has to worry about now is designing an amazing collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us where we can find you and when we find out more about your upcoming galas.
Pretty much, our next gala is October 9th, and we hope to see everyone there. It will be absolutely...
That's Fashion Week.
That's pretty much, it's not Fashion Week.
September 9th?
That's October 9th.
October 9th.
October 9th. Yeah, it's after Fashion Week.
Okay.
To find us, you can call us at 917-266-4171, or just go to our website, which is www.unitedcolorsoffashion.org, or just follow us on social media at UCOF Inc.
Okay.
We are United Colors of Fashion, and we use fashion for humanity. And we are the first in the States with such program, and we are proud of what we do.
We're definitely going to have you guys back on. We want to talk to you guys more after your gala to see what new initiatives UCOF is working
Perfect.
on. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us, and visit our website, and we hope to see you at our gala.
Yes.
Yeah, and you will
Much
see.
success to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This is Farah with Beyond Focus TV. Thank you, Ciano. Thank you, Sade, for your time. And thank you so much for watching our programming this evening. Have a good evening.
From all over the world coming, 7 designers to be exact. And I looked at their site and I knew I wanted to make it colorful. And that's kind of like my theme as a casting director, to make this a wonderfully diverse, colorful show. And that's what it will be. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited about it. I love this opportunity. It's going to be a great show. I think fashion and being able to give back, it's really a wonderful marriage to be able to see how we can help each other. And that's the whole point for United Colors of Fashion, is giving back.
I've been reaching out to everybody, casting directors, and everybody has just been so warmly welcoming us. Like, if we need something, we ask somebody that, okay, sure, I'll be there free of charge. Everybody's coming in together and kind of making this big movement. Growing up, I used to see magazines like Vogue, and I just didn't know how to get in that world. And nobody told me, okay, this is what you need to do. And